Welcome back. Episode 75 of Support Black Business TV. You know the hashtag is HBBTV. Today we have Robert Sales, resident of Nashville. But we want to talk about a couple things. We want to talk about a couple businesses he's in, and we want to talk about his ministry and some of the things he's doing. Because as we do, we like to you know let Black business owners, this is our platform to get these interviews, that people you might see on Jimmy Kimmel that you'll never, maybe, not at this time, see on Jimmy Kimmel or Fallon or Ellen or Ricky Smiley or Steve Harvey, but the small business owners that's looking to grow big, or sometimes even a big business owner that you may not even know. But we got Robert Sales. And Robert, hey, you're from Gary too, right?
Yes, I am. I'm Gary.
What school you went to?
Well, I went to West Side, of course, so I have to claim the best side.
You know what? I should end this
I know
broadcast.
You guys just had a Roosevelt weekend.
I should end this. I should end this. I should end this broadcast and we shouldn't even get an exposure. But the one thing that saves it here is the fact that he's from Gary, Indiana, my hometown. So we got this. There's only one high school in Gary, by the way. It's Gary Roosevelt. Just so people know. See, that's straight out of Gary Belt.
Okay.
That's 1990. But
I got love for Belt people, though. Really.
Of course, it's impossible not to. No, but seriously, West Side was one of my favorite schools. So, and I always go to the all class reunion, the picnics at least. If I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do. I usually try to connect with, on the picnic, because I see people that I went to elementary school with and junior high school and even, playing baseball and things like that. And it's always a good time. And you guys always have a great picnic. Horseman has a great picnic. Lou Wallace has a great picnic.
Absolutely.
Word is still growing. And Roosevelt, ours, which you just had this past weekend, and we shut the city down, of course, because that's what we do. We don't even need police officers working this weekend. We got this.
Right.
Matter of fact, all the police are Roosevelt grads and all. But anyway,
that's what happened.
Yeah, the mayors, the council, they just like, just declare this Gary Roosevelt week. Just for the record, what people haven't seen is, we had our marching band come out in the middle of the dance, dude. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh.
You can't. Anytime you put a band in anything, I don't care what it is. You play some drums. This is just like you won. You can have a man walking down the street with a guy playing the drums behind him, and everybody will come to their windows and watch. It's like what? Right. It just draws all the attention.
Yes.
Yeah. And I said whoever thought about that was great. But we're gonna get into this. So you're in a company called 5 Links.
Yes, I am.
And I'm gonna tell you, I know the general of the company, but I'm gonna let you tell the people, our listeners, our watchers, either today, and make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe this as well. This is you don't have to buy even, but if you like, you share and you subscribe and you get other things, or just share it. It's supporting Black business. It's the little things that count. And what people don't understand is, because somebody, you may not be interested in the product or service, but it may be somebody on your network. And that's what we need to start doing. We need to start sharing networks as Black business owners, because once you share networks, it becomes even bigger. And that's what Black Folk Hotspots, we've created a network so we can share Black business owners. So Robert, tell us about what 5 Links is, and just give the people a little bit of it.
Okay, sure, absolutely. 5 Links is a network marketing company. It was created in 2001, and so we've been in business 14 years so far. And during that time, we've been able to see some phenomenal growth up to the point where we are now at $100 million, as a company. So 5 Links works in major key industries. That's personal, meaning residential services, business services, as well as the wellness industry, including health insurance through the Obamacare network. So we've been doing some phenomenal things with this business. And all we do is we just help people to save money or make money if they like, on services that they can never pay off, bills that they pay every 30 days, and that they're going to pay anyway. So it's a company that just absolutely makes sense, and they've created a number of millionaires already just in this small amount of time. Just so you know, Five Links has been ranked and is now currently ranked in the top 100 companies globally, according to the direct sales industry. So wanted to make sure I got that out there. They've been featured 9 consecutive years with the Inc. 500. I'm sorry, the Inc. 500 5000 list. So I wanted to make sure we got the credibility out there.
Absolutely. So okay, so it's interesting. So what? What was it? Wasn't it just one product that you guys? What was it? A voice phone, something maybe? I'm trying to think. Maybe I can. What was the first product? It was the main.
Yeah, it started with the cell phone industry, and then it went on from there to the video phones, which you saw. That was earlier. That was, matter of fact, when I first got involved with it, they were doing a new video phone. So, and then they evolved from that to actually computer. It's pretty much like Skype, but we like to call it Skype on steroids. So it's the global soft phone. So then they went to that, and now they've evolved into many different things for the home, such as satellite, Comcast, through DirecTV, Dish, home security systems, cable, internet, television, electricity, and energy in select areas around the country, as we are currently being deregulated in that industry. And then that went on to the business aspect of things, where people can earn a much greater commission. You know, if they know business owners, they can get involved with something like that. And then it went from there and expanded into the wellness industry, which we are currently in right now.
See, that's pretty cool, because that's something that a lot of people, I don't think, that they don't know. You know, because we are using those things. We're using cable. We're using it. I'm gonna have to, check it out a little bit further, because that's something that I didn't really think about. You think about, okay, I need cable. Let me call up Comcast, or let me call up DirecTV. But then there's this black guy like you who get who I can come through, and you get a cut, because I always say one of the biggest things that I catch flack for, and then I explained it to him. I said, listen, yes, it's about supporting black business, and sometimes it doesn't matter if that person is working for, hypothetically speaking, I'm just throwing this out here, State Farm. If State Farm may be the company, but that agent, you're putting that money through that agent's hand first. So then he can take that money and put it in somebody else's hand, so we can start to circulate those dollars that that don't even pass from one hand to another before it leaves our community. And
absolutely.
And so we got to start just thinking. So why did you get involved? How long have you been involved with Five Links? Because I always see the people putting up the big 5.
Right. Yeah, that's what we do. I've been in it since 2011. So okay. I've been in it a few years. Matter of fact, 4 years now, and I've just been absolutely enjoying it. It's just a phenomenal company.
What clicked for you? What made you join Five Links?
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what made it click for me. The last company that I worked for in Chicago, I worked for that company for 5 years. And I saw that company go from 5,000 employees down to 120 employees over the first 3 years. But I was fortunate to be in that number of 120. So what happened was the company was bought out by an equities firm, our division, and went from payroll to IT payroll. So that next 2 years, I worked really hard, was one of 3 people to get promoted. To get a raise, rather, at the end of that 2 years. And 30 days after that, I was called into the office and said my services were no longer required. And what I realized from that experience is that I realized that I was allowing someone else to have control over my income and therefore my destiny. So I said I would never allow myself to get in that situation again. So I began to look for a plan B. So something that I could lean on in case that ever happened to me again. And that's one of the reasons I got started in Five Links. The other reason is because I wanted to promote our ministry. My wife and I have a ministry called Words of Inspiration Ministries. And we wanted to be able to do that full time. So commit all of our time to God and the things of God without having to charge people to come speak or to come perform poetry or sing or whatever it is that we're going to be doing. We wanted to be able to do that without having to be a burden on the church or the place, wherever it was we were going, no matter where it was around the world. So we looked at 5links as an opportunity to be able to build that income up so we can eventually do that one day.
See that, which is another thing I tell people, and that's what I'm saying. You know, when I talk to people, I'm like, listen, there's stepping stones to this. There's levels to this, and there's a thought process. You don't know what you're using certain things for, but it helps you. It gives you freedom being a business owner. You know, you may not. I know I'm tied to. I work a lot, but doing these things, and I like the fact that you're in a company, but you're not in it by yourself. You actually, you're a business owner, other companies, because there's a lot of people out here, they look at these companies, their network marketing or whatever you may call it, you know, direct sales or multi-level marketing, but then they use this word pyramid. Right. You know, it's 5links a pyramid.
No, it's not. And let me just explain what a pyramid is for those people who don't know. You know, and to be honest, to be fair for those people, that's what we've been taught. So they learned out of their experience. And all they can do is speak out of what they already know. So a pyramid is something where where money exchanges hands, no product or services exchanges hands, right? And the person at the top makes all of the money, when the people at the bottom never have opportunity to make what the top makes. That is corporate America. So just so we understand, you know, if your name is not Walton, you probably won't ever be the CEO of Walmart. But in a company like 5links, direct sales companies, you can start out as a CEO of your own company. How far you go depends on your determination, your willingness, your persistence to be able to get to wherever your goals are.
So, I know we don't have a lot of time. I know you're in Nashville, so I know you guys probably have meetings or you meetups and things like that. Do y'all get together? How often do y'all get together? And how can
we get together once a week? I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead. That was exactly where I was going.
Oh, okay. We get together once a week here in Nashville at Atmology, and it's actually on West End Avenue. So it's like kind of right outside of the downtown area. But we have meetings, like our team expands into several states and 2 countries now. So we have meetings that are all around this country. And the great thing about a business like this is it allows you to get paid without even being there. This is how the millionaires get paid. This is why they're able to take their time and do the things that they really want to do or the things that they're most passionate about, because they don't have to be there to earn the money. So we do something one time and we get paid residual income every month as those customers pay their bills. It just makes sense.
Woo, residual. You know, I was just telling somebody the other day, you know, regardless of how they feel about the person or not, and the topic was Donald Trump. I said he owns over 500 companies. Mm-hmm. Think about that. You know, just think about that. You know, that's 500 companies. You only know about 1 or maybe 2. You know, and
right.
You know the Trump hotels and the casinos, but you don't know all the different other things that he's in. You know what I mean? And mm-hmm. I said, when you look at Warren Buffett, same thing, right? You know, he owns companies that own companies. And I tell people, mm-hmm. that residuals come in. So he might invest in the company, put somebody in it to run it, and then he collect that residual check or dividends or whatever they get paid, you know, mm-hmm. when they get paid. And I said, that's what, you know, it's the multiple streams of income is what we need to be looking at. So if a person is working, you know, a 9 to 5, and there's nothing wrong with that, but you should also, like you, because that can happen. It don't care how good you are in corporate America. I've been in corporate America, and you know what? And what you detailed earlier was exactly on point, because that's exactly what they do. They look at the skill sets. The one thing that I did as a black man, period, working in corporate America, was try to make myself as versatile or as versatile as possible, to know a little bit about every different things, you know. So knew my job, but then I knew a couple others. So if downsizing happened, I'm like, wait a minute, he's a valuable member, because he can do this, he can do this, and he can do this, and he can do this. But when they don't need you no more, because it is theirs, you're out.
Yeah.
And it's because it's, and I don't think it's a color thing. I think it's a black and white thing is what I always look at, because when I say black and white, I mean, you know, words, you know, white paper in black letters, black ink.
Right.
And they looking at the bottom line, and the accountant's looking at this. They don't see you. They don't even see you as a person.
Right.
They say,
absolutely.
Okay, he's contributing X. X, because everything has an output. They, you know, I was in sales, so they knew exactly how much my desk was worth. That's how they counted us.
Right.
This desk is worth $500,000. This desk is worth $3 million. You know, because that's what you're pulling into the company when you look at things. You know,
right.
My book of business when I started at this last company it started out at about maybe $115,000 a year. When I left, my book of business was almost $2 million. That means that's year over year growth, right?
Yes, it is.
You know,
Absolutely.
that's what I was worth to them. You know, yes, they gave me a percentage of the commissions of this and the other. They paid me a little small salary, but when it was time, when they found it, either, you know, they didn't feel like either I was doing the job or I could do the job or I wasn't worth it to them anymore. Guess what? You got to go.
Right.
It was the best day of my life. I don't know about you. What they don't know is I have been running Black Folk Hotspots since 2008. My plan B. And absolutely. I had already written out my 2-week resignation. I wrote it out about a year. I never turned it in. I don't advise you to turn it in until it's 2 weeks until that time.
Right.
You can always revise it. But I'm a big believer in setting goals and dates. So I remember writing it out for March 31st of 2011. January 26th or something like that, they called me up and told me it was the middle of the blizzard in Chicago, that thunder snow we had when people were stranded on Lakeshore Drive in 2011 in January, and they were like, "Are you coming to work today?" I'm like, "No, I just called off. You know, I can't get to work. The car's in the garage, and the snow is up to the middle of the garage."
Right.
And instead of being compassionate and saying, "Damn, that's a lot of snow," which they knew because they were in the area too. And I'm like, and they were like, "Well, can't you shovel out?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I could."
Right.
But which way should I go down the alley? You know, we're in the middle of the block. Should I go all the way down? Should I go north or south? Now, when I get to Lakeshore Drive, what am I supposed to do with the 300 cars that's been stuck on Lakeshore Drive for 3 days?
Right.
Exactly. I can't make it. You see what I'm saying? And they were like, "Well, if you can't make it to work, then we'll just go ahead and pack up your desk and we'll send it to you."
Wow.
No problem. Good riddance. See ya. And you know what? I ain't fret. You know, most people be down. It's like, good. I'm out. I said, God was working for me. He knew that March 31st was my date. I was going to quit, but instead they fired me. So, and so that same day, I got started back on Black Folk Hotspots. I was like, it's basically like take off this hat and put on this hat. You know what I mean?
Right.
And, you know, I'm like, cool. And that year we grew 250%. That was the biggest growth year we had because now I can devote 40 hours plus to Black Folk Hotspots that I was putting in with this company and running full, you know, where most people, they like, I don't know what I'm going to do. And it was a struggle. It is a struggle. Being a business owner is a struggle, but the rewards are greater.
Yes, they are.
The rewards are so much greater. So, Robert, how can people get a hold to you, bro? Because I think that people need more information, if not even that in the ministry in Nashville, because people just so and I know that we want to talk about anything else. What's on the ministry? So do you guys have like a church front? Or you guys meet, or how's your ministry? How's it set up?
No, our ministry is set up basically to go international. So we're set up as an evangelistic ministry. And, you know, what we did was the Lord told us to get our passports, and that's exactly what we did. So, and we're so thankful that now we just completed our website. Very excited about that. It is www.wordsofinspirationministries.com. So that's wordsofinspirationministries.com. You can go there. You can see everything that we have going on, and we're just very excited about being able to eventually do that full time.
And that's cool. And you know what? Let me tell you, when I got into Black Folk Hotspots, when I got into network marketing early on, you know, I had one goal, and I see you guys. You probably thinking the same thing, but I had one goal, and it was to be able to coach Little League baseball without having to worry about going to punch a clock. Right. Just to book my time with these kids, and if they needed certain trainings, I could pay for it or help out, or they needed new uniforms. It was no big deal, and that's the whole gist, because that's what I love to do. I love to give back to what they gave me, because I know what baseball gave me as a person. And so I want to take those kids who have shown some interest and help it grow, because one of my guys growing up, one of my best friends, he happened as a child, he happened to be a West Side Cougar, but LaTroy Hawkins. We played together from when he was a little boy. We were 6 years old, 5 years old playing now. And this is his 21st year in Major League Baseball. So I know what he's done for us, and done for him too. And it's like, as far as keeping them off the streets, and also teaching them certain things with competition and how to win and lose, right? And just and then I think that to help our youth, a lot of times, I think it's times when maybe this person wouldn't harm this person if they just knew him. That makes a big difference. If you just know him, like, dude, I grew up with him. I'm not gonna shoot him. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna fight him. He lived on we played baseball together. We was on the same Little League team. Matter of fact, this is like a reunion. Like, what up, dog? I ain't see you. I came over here to kill you. Right. But then I realized that you was like my partner. And I'm gonna tell you something. I've seen it happen. I've seen it happen. And when I saw that happen, I said, that's it. Right. And I'm like, yeah. It wasn't, I didn't actually see that. Let me not say that. It was going to happen. I just happened to intervene.
Right.
I just happened to be in I don't know what some people call it, the wrong place, the wrong place at the wrong time. So I happened to be at the right place at the wrong time, or the wrong place at the right time, because it was about to go down. And the condom, the middle part, it was me. When I walked up and I saw that guy, I saw one. I knew both of them.
Right.
And when I saw him, and he was agitated beyond agitated, right? And he looked at me. He was like, Ryan Hodge. Stopped the whole thing. We played Little League together at like 7, 8, 19 years old, and I hadn't seen him since. And he was like, man, let me tell you what happened. This. And I was like, listen, I know that guy too. You know what? Let's handle this like gentlemen. If he owe you some money, right? Work out a payment plan or something.
Right.
Find out what happened. Things do happen. Some people's intention is to pay you back, right? But things happen, and they were in that world, that different world that I wasn't in. So I get how they handle things in the street life. But did you know what? I'm glad you walked past here and you did that. He said, I'm gonna do that. He said, I believe you, because I actually happen to know the full story. So I was able to tell him, hey, this is what happened. I'm just gonna be straight up with you. I know what happened. And he was like, man, I'm glad I ran into you. And I know this guy. I've been knowing this guy. I mean, I knew him as a kid. We didn't really socialize as he got older, but I still knew of him, right? So I knew some of the things that he's done in his life, or rumored to have done, whatever, right? So and I'm like, yeah, this was the wrong. It was night, yeah. So that's what, and I like what you're doing with being international. So you guys are going to be traveling around and talking to people in the ministry, bringing them together. That's good. That's good stuff, man. Here's what I want to do. Real quick is, and I always have to do this because it makes sense so that people understand exactly how Black folk hotspots work. They see us sharing certain things, and you see our posts, and when you see our posts through Facebook and Twitter, this is for everybody, as well as Robert. But what we do is, our goal is to help people get more exposure, period. And we built a network of over 300,000 people across social media and email, so that they can. So when you have things coming up, when you have events, when you have those, the 5 links meetings, post the events on the site. And then what we do is we start to get it out so that people can get more, because what happens is we know that people need to see things more than once before they interact. So if you're saying it, then maybe they see it and be like, you know what? Because you never know when that person's saying that light bulb hit and they go, Plan B time, I need something. And then I know once they come to these meetings, and I know how they ran for the most part. I know that they're highly, a lot of energy, a lot of motivation, and inspiration, because that's how it is with your business owner. A lot of people don't get that. The only way it's demotivating is when you got to go punch that clock at 9 to 5, and they try to do it on a sneak tip, but it's always like that. In I know how y'all get down. I see the pictures. And I talk. Let me tell you, man, I've been talking to some of your people for years. And I'm like, just create a profile. Let us help you share. And I get it. That that the upper management, or not the upper management, but the leaders of the company, they may not have done it. And they may not have used this resource. But Black Folk Hotspots is a resource. It's a tool. So they don't get it. And I try to tell them, you can do so much by yourself, and you're probably doing excellent by yourself. But what if you had somebody else helping you? All the time I talk to business, I was like, man, if I could just had an employee, or I just had this, or a secretary, I could just do so much more. Of course, because we're supposed to be working on our business instead of in it a lot of times. We should be working on the growth. And that's what we kind of fill that void in the internet, because we saw that. And I was a business owner. I am a business owner, but I was that person. And I was like, wait a minute, this is what I need to do. And somebody pulled my shirt tail, my coattail, to the internet, and how it was global. And now I network. Matter of fact, just in Black Folk Hotspots, there's 2,100 Black business owners. But the audience looking in is over 300,000. We're a top 500,000 website globally. Top 500,000. Those are straight numbers. Go to Alexa. Top 100,000. Top 100,000 United States. The first person ever, a Black business owner that just joined, maybe about a month and a half ago, from China. We got a lot of London, a lot of, a few Africa, a lot of other different countries, Caribbean, this, that, and the other. So they're hearing about it. They're connected. They're seeing it. So, because I feel like if we can start to work with each other and start to share resources and understanding, I think that we'll grow as people. But I know you got to run, bro. Is there anything else you can have the last words?
Just a couple of things real quick. For those people who are interested in the products and services that we talked about, if you want to find out more information about our products, or if you're looking to earn some extra income from home without having to have a second job, do this for me. Text L, the letter L, 452796. And text that to the number 55255. So you're texting L452796 to 55255. That's going to send you a special link directly to your mobile phone, where you can go on and look at our opportunity. You can look at the products and services, and you can join if you like. Regarding our ministry, just go to www.wordsofinspirationministries.com. And you can check out everything that we're doing there. We have a Bible study every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Central Time, my wife and I. And you're welcome to join on that. We've got the conference call information on the website as well.
That's what's up. Hey, are you using Periscope?
I'm actually, I got it. I haven't started using it yet, but that is one thing that we're definitely going to do.
You get 5-10 minutes. I'm telling you, just like right now, you're on the video, you do 5-10 minutes on Periscope. Maybe while you're on your way to Bible study or during it, you have somebody else hold your phone and do the Periscopes and just put them out there, right? It'll go to all your Twitter followers. You start to get a following, and because that's another network, that's another growing deal. And I've seen it used very well in the ministry.
Absolutely.
and then it's huge. And I tell people you could take those videos and you could actually save them. So make sure you save the videos. It'll say, do you want to save this broadcast? Yes. You can go in your settings and make sure it saves all your broadcasts. And what you do is you take those videos and you get a few minutes. And all it is a few minutes. Title it and upload it to your YouTube channel.
Right.
So that now it's always there. You can always share it and people can find it and be like, oh, okay. Because we got to use the tools and we got to use them. I tell, that's what I do. I try to, teach, the things that I know that I've learned, and then learn from other business owners some other things that I don't know, so that we can rock and roll and help businesses grow. So, hey man, I really appreciate you coming on, but definitely get those events. I'm gonna make a one-time offer to you today that if you upgrade to our premium, whatever time frame that you pick, whether it's 30 days full access or and that's the way you're able to allow to post the blogs and the videos and whatever the events and all that. Other than that, we'll just be sharing your basic profile. Whatever you do, we'll double it. So if you choose month, we'll double it. It'll make it 2 months. If we do 3, it'll be 6. If you do 6, it'll be 12. And if you do 12, it'll be 24. 24 will be 48. Or you can do the lifetime, because we are looking for some angels, some people with a little extra dough that just want to be a sponsor of Black Folk Hotspots.
Right. Okay.
Because there is people out there that say, you know what, I love what you're doing. You know what, I wanna help you, because it all takes money, and I don't care what nobody say.
Right.
You to grow a business. I know one thing: it's going to good places. It's all going back into growing a even bigger audience. So, but yeah. But anyway, man, I appreciate you. Great talk today. You'll see the link. We'll tag you on Twitter and this, that, and the other. I'm gonna drop the video on your page on Black Folk Hotspot, so you'll know exactly where it's at. But I really appreciate it, man. I'm glad you came on. But we'll talk soon.
I appreciate you. Thank you for allowing me to have this platform. I appreciate it.
That's what we do, man. We try to we want all y'all to grow, because I want to see you blow up, and when you blow up, I'm closer to blowing up, right? I tell people, I'm like, why would you hate on this dude? Because he's winning. I mean, the more he win, don't you know that the people who are around you the most are the people you're going to be most like?
That's right.
I want to be around people that's moving.
Right.
All right, bro. We'll talk soon.
I got to get out of here. Okay.
For sure. Thank you. I appreciate it. You got it.
God bless.
Yep. So, as y'all can see, it's Black Folk Hotspots. You can also look in the description of this video if you're watching it later. All his links are in the description as well to his page on Black Folk Hotspots. You can get more information. Also, you can use that link to create a profile as well. So, but yeah, that's how we rock and roll. So, blackfolkhotspots.com. If you're a business owner, you're watching this, go to blackfolkhotspots.com, create a profile so we can share you and bring you on, and so we can talk about your business. Find out how we can help you grow. Let our people know what you're doing, where you're at, and how you rock and roll. So anyway, we got episode 76 coming up in the next couple of days, so we'll talk soon. All right, peace, y'all. Brian Hodge, CEO, blackfolkhotspots.com.